What is going on, everyone? It's your guy Cole Jackson back here on Road Graders, and we are going to be diving into one guy that might be the UDFA of 2025. We know this happens every year. The Baltimore Ravens have one of the longest streaks. I believe it's 20 of the last 21 years, the only exception being the COVID year, where the Baltimore Ravens have rostered an undrafted free agent. It's always a question, who's it going to be? Typically, it's a DB, a running back, a linebacker, and this year, based on preseason week 1, it looks like Jay Higgins is in the lead. This kid was absolutely impressive, and I'll give shout out to Chandler Martin, who was playing beside him on most of his reps. Looked really solid too, but Higgins, I don't know, there's something about his game, his fit, I think really just is what the Baltimore Ravens need. So we're going to dive into his tape, take a look at what he did well and why I think he's going to be that guy this year. Hit that like button, hit subscribe if you're new here, drop a comment down below, let me know what you guys think of some of the other guys. Obviously Ruben Lowry is another guy that's going to be in that conversation as well. All right, let's dive into it. So here we have Higgins beside Martin. He's playing the Mike spot here. Start, and really solid play here. So this is what I like to see. So we're going to play with really good gap integrity. So right off the snap, he's going to fill this B gap right here. As he sees, because he fills this B gap, but then he hops outside. So the question is why? And I think he sees the split blocker coming across. This is split zone from the Colts. So what they want to do is they want to go everybody's zone to their right, our left, and then they're going to bring that split blocker across. And so what Higgins is going to see is that split blocker, and he's going to take away any sort of cutback lane, maintaining the B gap if needed, working off of the edge player. So what he's going to do is he's going to sit in there, hold that gap, and you can see right here, as the split blocker comes, Higgins with his hands on first. This is one thing I think he did really well in this game, is play with his hands. He's going to do that so that he can deconstruct the block, and you can see right there is exactly what he does, get in on the tackle. That's something that I just found he did so consistently in this game, was read his gap and then get his hands on the player. One of the best guys in the Baltimore Ravens fan base to follow for linebacker play is Denard Melton. And Denard said specifically that what he wants to see more out of linebacker prospects is playing with their hands and reading their gaps and not taking false steps. I think we can definitely see some false steps, but I do think he read his keys and played with his hands with a lot more consistency than what we've seen. So here we're going to see we're going to get CJ Ravenel, Anise Peebles over here as a 0 eye technique, so just inside, almost as a 1. And then you have, oh my God, his name, Okoye as a 2-tech on the other side. And so we're down on the goal line. We can see Higgins lining up on that spot. And as the snap's going to come, you're going to get Okoye getting hit with that with that ace block. So he's going to take a double team here. Ravenel's going to fill that gap. Higgins has to get up there and fill. That's exactly what he does. And he gets up there, and again, look at his hands. Boom. Smashes with his hands, deconstructs that block, and then gets across to make the tackle. So this is, again, him filling his gap. You can see Peebles working outside here. So Higgins can't really flow to the ball because it would create that cutback lane into this gap. That's Higgins' gap to fill. He's going to step up, hands on the lineman, deconstruct the block, and then get in there on the tackle. So that's just really solid play for him. And then this is the goal line touchdown. So the Ravens, we looked at this when we looked at Okoye's film. So they stack up this left side of the line, obviously, with by filling every gap that they can. And they're, I think, reacting to the 2 tight end set by the Colts here. But then you got Okoye shading inside away from the strong, shading inside to the weak side, where they really have all of this empty real estate. And you can see the running back is on the heavy side. So if they're going inside zone this way, seems like it felt like a bad stack by the Ravens. But you're going to see Higgins get up there, and I think what they were expecting here is for Okoye to shade that inside And as Higgins works up, he's just a little late. So this is one of those areas where he can improve. The Colts run this exactly the way I would have expected it. You can see that gap there. I think we want to see Higgins get up there just a little bit faster. And you can see he kind of tries to read the play as it comes across. I thought Okoye did a good job of jacking up the center and creating that gap. But unfortunately, that's where the running back just runs through. So just a little late on that one. That's one of those areas I'd like to see him take a next step. It just felt like that's exactly where the ball was going to go based on the pre-snap alignment of the defensive line and the offensive line. So a little slow on that specific rep, but overall I find he's getting into the gaps that he needs to get to. Just got to do it with a little bit more speed. We're going to get another split zone from the defense. This time there is a backside edge player to take that split block. So Higgins is going to read this A-gap and then over here, because you're going to see the safety come up to fill on this side. So you see right there, he's going to read, jump into that gap, and then come back across as Martin's going to be getting in there to make that. So then again, he's going to get up there. He's going to step. Play is designed to go here. He's going to step into that gap. He's going to force the cutback. As he forces that cutback, it goes right into the other linebacker who was lined up. Martin was lined up as an edge player there. So doing that very consistently, filling his gaps. Higgins is again lined up as the Mike. You're going to see him flow. We're just going to flow to the ball here. They're running, a kind of a double power. You're going to get the right side of their line, both the right guard and the right tackle pulling, and he's just going to flow. Again, really solid, because what we want to get here if you're the Colts O-line is you want these down blocks. They're going to kind of double here and then peel into the backside backer as you get pullers going that way. And I think Higgins does a really good job of flowing. You can see right here, he just kind of flows with quickness into the gap around those blockers and then steps in, misses the tackle, but flows. So again, there's little areas that he needs to improve. I thought he flowed really well there, but need to make the tackle once you get in the gap, obviously. So kind of looking at that and the goal line stand, those are two areas where I think he could really improve, just with kind of hitting those tackles. The Baltimore Ravens they ranked first in tackling ability. I think that's what PFF put out. So I think they had the fewest missed tackles, or the lowest missed tackle percentage. Obviously very positive to see. And here you're going to see, again, block deconstruction. So they're just running a little duo concept. So you got two double teams here, double team here, double team here. O-line's going to peel. So you're going to see right here, 66 going to get into Higgins. Right there, hands up, deconstruct, get in on the tackle. So again, doing that very consistently, playing with his hands. Now we get into some of these pass coverage. I just got done recording the Vincent video. All over the place. See him, nice drop here. We're just getting into hook zones. He's going to step up. So we drop well, but as that inside break comes, need to feel that a little quicker and step up. So this was one of the catches he allowed. Good tackle on it. That's good, but I think we want to be able to feel that as you get a player either crossing or doing, that was more of like a slanted hook into his zone. We got to step up on that a little bit quicker. Going to read and react really well here, come in and make a big tackle. So this is really that sideline to sideline speed and pass coverage that I like to see. So it's just going to be a little bubble screen to the outside. He's going to pick it up, spin off the tackle, and then there's Higgins cleaning it up. So that's what we really want to see from him, cleaning up, going sideline to sideline. They're going to blitz Chandler Martin here. Higgins is going to drop. And you can see this is the interception. So one thing that I like that he did here is he's going to drop from the opposite side, right? So Martin's going to blitz here. Martin's going to draw, or Higgins is going to drop. And as he does, his eyes are fixated on the quarterback the whole time. And so as he comes back to that right side read, now obviously this interception was really, him getting hit and throwing the ball, but he puts himself in the perfect position by reading his eyes. So as soon as he comes back to this right side, he's reacting to that. You can see right there, see him break? So he's going to drop, and then as soon as the windup comes, right there, so we can see the quarterback's wound up. There's Higgins breaking on the ball. So let's go back a little bit. Right here, break on the ball. So this is one of those situations where you're in the right spot at the right time to get an interception, but all of that is from him reading the quarterback's eyes. So right here, as he throws, hit, Higgins puts himself into that position, and you can see he's deep. He's deep into that area, but that's because he broke off of the quarterback's reaction. So just really good pass coverage there. That is exactly what you want to see out of these guys, playing instinctually, reading the quarterback and going off their cues to make breaks, rather than just letting guys, kind of cut in front of you or cut behind you. So that's something that I think the Baltimore Ravens have needed in their pass coverage skeleton badly from their linebackers. So here is what I'm talking about. So we saw 3. I should look up who 3 is on the Colts. Drops into his zone earlier and makes that catch, right? Here we're going to go into hook coverage again. So we're just in a little spotlight coverage here. He's got the middle of the field. He sees that drag route coming. As that drag route's coming, that's within 5 yards. So rather than just let him run by, he's going to step in and pop him because it's within 5 yards. Right there, boom. Ball was going deep, but that is exactly what I want to see, because that is reading your coverage, seeing who's coming into your zone, knowing that you're within that 5 yards, and then popping a guy. Very physical, very aggressive. Like to see that in pass coverage. And then just little pass break up here, coming off the blitz. Like to see that as well. That's just making a play. So this kid made plays all over the field. He made plays in the run game, made plays blitzing, made plays in pass coverage. Again, you could see, as much as that was the quarterback's getting hit while he's throwing it, he put himself in position to make that interception, so still a hell of a play. I'm really excited about this kid. I want to hear from you guys, though. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown. Hit subscribe if you're new here. And as always, be good to yourselves, be good to each other. Peace out, everyone.